This car changed muscle car history forever. This is the Hot Wheels 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 302. Today we're diving into the story behind one of the most iconic muscle cars ever made. Let's see what we've got here and see what we can learn about this car today. Back in the 1960s, Ford was locked in a fierce battle on American racetracks. The Camaro Z28 from Chevrolet was dominating the Trans Am racing series, and Ford needed an answer. So Ford did something smart. It built a Mustang with a high-performance engine designed specifically to meet the racing rules, homologate into competition, and win on the track. That car would be called the Boss 302 Mustang. The name Boss wasn't just a marketing slogan, it was slang for something excellent or very cool, and Ford designer Larry Shinoda reportedly used it when asked what he was working on, the Boss's car, in honor of Ford leadership at the time. Now here's where it gets interesting. In 1969, Ford built just 1,628 Boss 302 Mustangs, a truly limited number compared to the more common Mustangs. That rarity is a big part of what makes this Mustang special. Out of nearly 300,000 Mustangs built that year across various models, less than 2,000 were Boss 302s, and people chase them to this day. Under the hood sat a high-revving 302 cubic inch V8. Specifically engineered for performance racing. It featured custom cylinder heads and a Holley 4-barrel carburetor, giving it a factory rating of 290 horsepower and 290 pound-feet of torque. This wasn't just about straight-line speed. The Boss 302 had upgraded suspension, heavier springs, reinforced components, and racing-oriented equipment that made it one of the best handling Mustangs of its era. When new, the Boss 302 wasn't cheap. It cost significantly more than the base Mustang, reflecting its high-performance upgrades. The exact MSRP varied depending on options, but performance buyers were paying hundreds of dollars over the base price, which back in that day, hundreds of dollars was a lot of money when you're talking about a car that was probably just a few $1,000s to begin with, making it a niche choice for serious enthusiasts. Fast forward to today, and these cars still turn heads, not just on the street, but online auctions too. So let's take a quick look and see what a few of these have sold for on Bring a Trailer in the not too distant past and see what we can learn about this. So as I was looking around on Bring a Trailer, I wasn't able to find too many sales over the last few years. There was a couple of them that came up for sale, but their bids didn't go high enough, so they didn't sell. Like this one here, this is the most recent one. This was just last month. It bid up to $54,000. But did not sell apparently. 91,000 miles on this particular car. It's in California. I like the wheels. I like that window, the rear window shade on this vehicle. I'm not even sure what that's called, but I know that was common on the Mustangs of that era. There's a picture of the engine on that one. Now this is another one here. This one sold way back in June, it looks like, of 25 for $71,000. And that one has 31,000 miles on it. It was in Florida. There's an interior shot. I noticed several of the people had put the Hurst shifters in them. I don't think that came stock. They kind of sounded like they had added it. And there's another interior shot under the hood. Now this one here, I think it had some modifications. Obviously the wheels are different. Sold for $75,000. This was back in June also of 25. And this one has 41,000 miles showing. I do like that color. I think that's called Acapulco Blue. That's a really cool color. And there's a shot of the dash under the hood. Now here's another one that did not sell. This was all the way back in August of 24. And this one was bid up to $70,000. That one doesn't have the rear window shade, which is kind of interesting, or even a spoiler on the back. The interesting thing was a lot of the ones I was seeing, there was a lot of sales of 1970 Boss 302s. They must have made a lot more of those, but in 1969 they must have just been a lot more rare and very limited in number. Hot Wheels did a great job when they designed this car. The Boss 302 wasn't just a car, it was Ford's answer to competition. It was a statement. Designed with racing in mind, it brought performance, balance, and a bespoke engine package that didn't just run hard, it handled hard. And that's exactly why a Hot Wheels casting of this car means something. It's not just a toy, it's a piece of the story of American muscle. And that's why cars like this 1969 Hot Wheels Ford Mustang Boss 302 are meant to be seen.